Well, I'm an idiot. Welcome to Christmas in July if you're watching this now, and Christmas at Christmas time if you're watching this in the future. It's 1994. The song is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. And this song would become nightmare fuel for retail workers around the world because it's on repeat all the time around Christmas time, and people hate it. And every time I go in and I hear this song, I love it, and I just go, "Ooh, yes, it's on!" And I buy something. It's retail, it's manipulation, and I love it. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good. Every time I hear this song, I just can't stop. Everybody, I just don't understand why. Maybe it's the repetition. Maybe that's what it is. But I think this song is the business. It's so good. Tell me another modern Christmas carol. Tell me another modern day Christmas carol. A lot of Christmas carols are very 50s-ish, that jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. It's got that kind of surf guitar. That's that. But this is like a modern pop Christmas carol. And it's... It literally came out of the Hit Factory, and when I say that, I mean it was recorded at the Hit Factory in New York City. It's called, the genre is Christmas pop. It goes for 4 minutes and 1 second on Columbia Records. Written by Mariah Carey and, forgive me if I get this wrong, Walter Afanasieff. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. I'll read you the first part of the wiki as I normally do. All I Want for Christmas is You is a song recorded by American singer Mariah Carey for her fourth studio album and first holiday album, Merry Christmas. What a great name for an album. Written and produced by Carey and Walter, whose name I'm not going to attempt to butcher again. The song was released as a lead single from the album on October 29th, 1994. The track is an up-tempo love song that includes bell chimes, backing vocals, and synthesizers. My favorite. The song has become a Christmas standard and continues to surge in popularity each holiday season. And it does. It really does. Every year. Here we go. By 2017, it had reportedly earned $60 million in royalties. And... topped the charts in the UK for the first time, spending a record of 69 weeks in its top 40 prior to reaching number 1. So, tell me that ain't a hit. That is the business. I could talk about this. I could read this whole thing to you. It's fantastic. But I want you to hate me a little more, and so I'm going to put this song on, and we're all going to enjoy it together. We're all going to have a good time. Don't come in here with that bad attitude, everybody. We're coming in here and we're going to have a good Christmas in July. Go get your tax money back. Also, here's a little bit of Christmas advice. Go and do your Christmas shopping now, because stock take sales are always better value than Christmas special sales. So go and do a little bit of that Christmas shopping now and save yourself a hell of a lot of money, and you've still got 6 months if you missed anybody. So there's a little bit of financial advice from the old Luffagan over here. I'm going to take you to the window here. We can check out this song. I've just had I've listened to this many times over, and I've just given a little bit of a levels mix just so we can hear what's going on. We're up for 26 channels with a kick, snare, hi-hat, clap, crash, cymbals, new toms, old toms, conga, tambourine, hit tambourine triplets. We've got sleigh bells, very important part of the song, timpani, tubular bells, celeste, which is a sort of like a struck instrument, piano, bass, saxophone pads, strings marcato, strings, background vocals 1, 2, lead vocal quad, lead vocal triple, lead vocal double, and Mariah Carey herself on lead vocals. Let's get into it and have a listen to the kick. Now, this is an unmixed session, so it will not sound anything like the original one. Let's find out. Straight off the bat, we're up for something that's not huge in sound. It's very kind of flappy and floppy. Well, let's just get a look at those waveforms there. We can see that, yeah, they do sound a little kind of like thin. We can see that they are producing some stuff there, but they will have been mixed later, to give themselves a bit of boost and beef and all that kind of stuff. But at the moment, they do sound a little bit like nailing a fence post. Yeah, they need a bit of a pump at that 100k, 100 hertz. I might even just leave that there, even though it's not my mix. Let's check out the snare. The snare, it definitely sounds like a snare. Oh, that there sounds sampled. Of course it does. Of course it is. Okay, we've got the hate mail flying in. People are just saying nope. Thanks, Rachel. We're just saying nope in the comments. That's great. Fantastic. Stick around. Trust me, you'll have a good time. Okay, so checking out that snare. Okay, so we can see there's a little bit of dust down the bottom here that doesn't need to be there, which is totally fine. Like I said, it's not my mix, but we can see the fundamental note at 200. You can get a listen to all of that kind of top end happening there, but definitely a super clean sample, a little bit weak, and again, unmixed, so we're not going to tamper with that too much. We'll leave that off. Hi-hat, pretty self-explanatory. We can pan that wherever we want. I'm just going to leave it up the middle. Like I said, it's not my mix. We get the gist of what hi-hats do. Now the clap. I'll just bring that sample size down so we can see it for what it is. Now they're very consistent, but inconsistent enough to possibly be actual claps. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and stress over whether they're recorded claps or if they're samples. Either way, they're they prove their point. Crash. Here we go. I've got the volume down on this because it was clipping out so hard. That's 2 crashes and probably a sample, probably from one of the many drum machines available. Because they're probably just a pitched up and down version of that same exact crash sound. Over to further cymbals. Let's check out what they are. They're right at the start there in that intro. And I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. We're not going to give you my solo version. Okay, so they're real played cymbals. They sound great. Maybe those other ones were recorded. Again, I don't know. I wasn't there. But we can get an idea for what's happening. New toms. Totally sampled. Love them. They sound so good. Old toms. They're even better. I love them. They're so just something. They're so good. They do have a nice little bit of verb on them though, don't they? Oh man, I just love stinky old drum machine toms. They're so good. Yeah, I like them both. I reckon they're both cool. Let's hear it somewhere further down the track, and then we'll put some drums together, see what we've got. So they're panned, obviously, too, because they're a stereo file, rather. All right, let's just go to another hit. Old toms are together. Conga. The famous sample. Tam hit. Now, this is a very important one, too, for this song, because it wouldn't be a Christmas song if it didn't have this kind of tambourine and the sleigh bells, which are coming up. Listen to these triplets, though. Now, that's a MIDI instrument. You can tell because of velocity. It's just that they crank it up to 127 steps of velocity, and then they bring it back down and down. That's how that works. If you want to learn more about MIDI, find someone who does a video about MIDI. Thanks. Sorry, I haven't got the knowledge to deliver it properly. Sleigh bells. Now, this is by arguably one of the most important parts of making this a Christmas song. Listen to that. That's how Christmas songs are made, everybody. Sleigh bells and tambourines. Check it out. These triplets are going to come in a sec. Here we go. You thought that was boring. I've got them here. So, obviously, you've got a regular shaker, which goes... And then you've got a tambourine, which goes like this. If you tap that, you get that sort of tapping sound. But then you add that with this. I know it looks like some kind of futuristic bondage toy, but it's a bunch of small bells on a stick, and you hit them like this. You put those two together, and you get this. The most annoying Christmas sound in the world. You chuck it in your Mariah Carey track, and there you go. You got a whole album worth of stuff just by smashing some sleigh bells in there. We're going to add those with that timpani, and we'll take those away. Get that timpani back in, and that's that really big, deep drum that you hear in lots of concert bands. Orchestras. I'm sure you recognise that type of drum. Sounds great. And you really well placed in this song as well, I think. Tubular bells. The ones that made Michael Oldfield? Michael Oldfield. The guy who did the Virgin album. The one for Exorcist. Made him having a good time. Made him have a great time with his album. So strange to hear. Just on their own. Okay, we'll move up a little bit. I'll put a few of these elements together, huh? For Christmas, there was just one thing I need, and what's Celeste? Let's go. That's what it is. Okay, we're getting the vibe now. We're getting the groove. If you didn't know this song and you heard that on your own, though, I mean, everyone's just leaving the everyone's just leaving right now, so that's totally fine. I think I see where you guys stand on this. If you heard that, though, and you didn't know that it was this song, you'd probably be like, you'd probably be grooving. You'd be like... Because it's drums, and everyone loves drums. And if I take even the... My wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Baby. Like, you wouldn't know. Except that timpani really gives it away. So yeah, it's just jamming. It's jamming along so far. Unless we've actually already been struck with copyright, and that's why everyone's leaving. No, we're still there, just nobody's interested. That's fine. Okay. We got through the percussion. That's so good. The Celeste, I think we got the idea of that. Was that played by Celeste, or is the instrument called that? Because it's a glockenspiel or a xylophone. I don't know. I can't hear how big it is. My wish come true. All I want for Christmas. All right. Piano. Now, this is really an interesting line on piano too, because that is just some big, gorgeous stuff. Really big, thick, classic Mariah Carey notes. They're all... Yes. Christmas tree. Don't wanna hang my stocking all up inside that fireplace, baby. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is $50 million, baby. Get ready for it. Now, this is probably the hardest thing ever to play on piano. If you've got carpal tunnel, don't attempt to learn this. My goodness. Listen to this. This is crazy stuff. This is crazy. And later on, when I put the track together, I'll take that out, and you can see how much of an impact that part makes on this whole thing. It's really, that's the running across the snow with the deer kind of driving the thing, isn't it? Really fast paced and playful bass on this track. I don't know if it's synth bass or if it's I can't remember what this is. If it's synth bass or if it's real bass. Let's hear it. Real bass. Or maybe making judgments. Actually, by looking up the end here about where the rest of the track is, it looks pretty consistent, so it could possibly be sampled. Yeah, it looks sampled. With the piano. Okay. All I want for Christmas. Alright, move up. Yep. How naive of me to think that could have been real bass. Get ready for the next pop. It's coming up right here. The double thumb, that sort of thing. Yeah, look at those perfect little pockets. No one's that tight. I mean, probably, but let's check that. Because all I want for Christmas. Okay, all right. Yeah. All right, we get it, we got it. Those sax pads, let's hear them right at the start. Let's check this out. I'll make that a little bit larger so we can see what's happening. Oh, yeah. Key sax. I love this. This makes me happy. Let's move into this part. I love how you can take all these sounds that individually just don't really sound like super great all by themselves. Because, I mean, let's face it, that on its own, if you were to just play that, you would be like, oh, yeah. But you can make them sound so good together because they do. They sound fantastic. Like, I'll add these strings in that we haven't heard yet, but let's listen. Now we've got something that sounds cool. And that bass... The bass on its own is like, you hear that sample and be kind of jarring by itself. But when you add these things together, you're not listening to the oversampling or the bit depth kind of crushing itself if it's like being compressed or something like that. You're listening to the note that just goes, That's all that's really happening, so you're not really paying attention to those things. Strings Makato. Is that it? Is that all that happens on that track? Yeah, and a few times. And then what's this? Okay. Can deal with it. Strings gorgeously again. Synth strings. Sample strings, synth strings. Oh, that's right. Key strings, not actual strings. Still, how lush. If we were to put them together. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. All right, enough of me. Strings is great. Sounds like the castle in Legend of Zelda, doesn't it? Where the fairies live. This should be in Ocarina of Time. Dude, they actually sound like Nintendo 64 sounds when I think of them like that. That sounds like when the Zora plays the bass thing on Majora's Mask. Anyway, moving over, because it's about halfway. We've listened to all the instruments on their own. I'll chuck them all together before we do. If you are one of the people who are watching on Facebook as it streams, then go over to the YouTube channel at some stage and subscribe to that. And if you're on YouTube already, thank you very much for your support. You're a really great community of a lot of people. And yeah, thanks so much. I really do appreciate it. And I know this will find you. If you're a Mariah fan, you'll find this because the one I did for Emotions has found a lot of people. It's my second most watched video. Thanks so much. Yeah, continue to share them around and enjoy. I'll keep putting up ones as I find them and as I like them. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying them as well. Thanks so much. This is the part where we go to the vocals and probably get shut down on the live stream. But otherwise... Columbia, Warner, whoever owns Columbia at the moment is releasing these, so we appreciate that and we thank you all for it. So let's go over and chuck those parts together, hear them, and then add Mariah, one of the greatest singers of our times, voice into it. And look, if you disagree with me, you are wrong. She really is. Like her, and I know you might not like Celine Dion either, but pay some bloody respect because those two women are phenomenal with what they can do with their voice. You don't have to like their stuff. Just respect their craft and their ability. Okay, so then we got... Now, that's yes. Listen to that piano. See, if I take that piano away... That piano plays a big... That lifts a lot, right? Listen up. Nothing. And then... That's where it is. It's just all rhythm. It's all rhythm, and it's all having a great time. That's a great piano bit, man. Let's listen to that right up here. Let's hear it. Sorry. Okay, it's background vocals time. Let's hear the first track. It's just called BG Vocals 1, and let's just hear it. And sing along if you know the words. Great. What we got from us to ooze. Oh, that makes me feel good. Do you want to listen? Let's listen to all of them. I mean, like, really, what kind of... Skip through if you're watching on... You just, yeah, if you don't want to watch it, we're going to listen to most of this. And Okay, I'm going to go through to the next part. Okay, next bit. Another ooh. All right, we're repeating. I can see that. Those two sections look similar. That one and the next one. All I want for Christmas is you. And then what's the second one? You, baby. Really need to learn these words, but I can't sing it. Oh, so I... All right. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you are. Damn, ladies. All I want for Christmas. Okay, and then we got a few. All I want for Christmas is... Backing vocals too, ladies.
You, baby. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
All right, so we're doubling down on some backups there. We got the You Babies, and the All I Want for Christmas Is, and as you can see, that goes for quite a while. We'll go back, and we've heard all of both of those takes now. That's really good. They didn't take a whole lot of time. The lead vocal quad, the lead vocal triple, the lead vocal double. So what happens here? This is a good old trick, and Mariah's obviously used this. She has done her exact vocal take 4 times. Original, double up, triple down, and quad out. Makes sense, right? I just made that up. So she's done it 4 times. So it sounds bigger, thicker, faster, more Christmassy. It needs more Christmas, Mariah.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Sing it to me.
There is just one thing I need.
Oh.
I don't care about the present.
She's so smooth.
Underneath the Christmas tree.
She is smooth.
I just want you for my own. More than you could ever know. Make my wish come true.
God damn it. Imagine if you could just pump through notes like Mariah. One more, please.
Make my wish come true.
Give her some.
All I want.
Give her some air.
For Christmas is you.
Mariah. Mariah.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Sing it.
There is just one thing I need.
And I
don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace.
And I
Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day.
My goodness. So I want to have a serious proper look for a second. I'll take the gas out of her. There we go. Let's see. You can have a look at this freeze frame here of what she's producing. And so they've cut a really good portion out of the bottom end, which is going to be unused completely from under 200. And we find that a lot with female vocalists on the sessions we've seen so far. So that's all gone. Doesn't need any of that. Anything under there is intrusive and muddy.
I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know.
And you can
make
hear
my
her
wish
nice kind of woody mid-range tone sort of thing there, but she's also got this really good quality up in the top end where she's not too squeaky, like a lot of people would say. You know, Kylie and Britney have this upper thing there that doesn't please them as much. Mariah's got a very smooth tone.
come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
But she can do this thing that you guys know about. She can go into this thing called the whistle register, which is so high that it's just like, it's amazing. It's really, really good. And I know you Mariah fans that are checking this out. You guys got info, and I want to hear it too. Tell me everything you know about this session, because I know you Mariah people out there, they know everything, and I love to talk with them in the comments because they're knowledgeable on this stuff. And there's debate over whether she smoked or not. Don't start that shit in the comments this time, please. I don't care. She's Mariah Carey. She can do whatever she wants. But her range, I just read out of the wiki last time of what it was, but apparently it may be different. But of course, just like any muscle, you've got to exercise it, so it can be different at any one time. But I mean, wow, what a range, what a voice, no matter what time of the year. Let's put one. Let's have a listen to a double. We'll go to the next track.
You, baby, oh, I won't ask for much this Christmas.
And the triple.
I won't even wish
You can hear it almost phase
snow.
out. I'm
just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe.
You can hear that kind of effect where it comes in and it kind of sounds like they're kind of merging together. That's called phasing, and that's what happens when Mariah Carey is that good at singing that she can almost sing sample perfect exactly with the waves happening at almost the exact same time. So if we zoom right into the actual transients, where's something with a bit of action? Here, this note exactly here. if we zoom right into that, we can see that you've got notes going, like waves going up and down, and here they're going up, down a little bit, and up again and down. So they're still kind of happening sort of in synchronization. So you can go over the cursor. I'm pointing at things you can't see. Watch those two things. They're going down together and they're coming up together, but this part's going down and up again. But they still come back down and meet together and go back up together. So they're very similar. And down the next one here is completely out of phase, the double. So we're going to fix that one in a moment. We'll put them all together and then we'll phase flip vocal double and see what happens.
Underneath the mistletoe,
Add vocal double.
Make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic rain declare, 'cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can
I'll leave it in, just see what happens. We'll add them all together.
Baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
Wow, she can sing that the same 4 times. She can... Oh, wow. All right. One more time.
Is you. Oh, all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere.
All right, main vocal.
And the sound of children's
Now, that could also be the double and the triple could be panned or something like that.
laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas.
That is so good. She's belting here. This is a full voice technique, which is awesome. That she's so fit at this point vocally that she can just pump this out for. Look how long this track is, right? What, 4 minutes? She just pumps it out the entire track. Let's add a backing vocal in and have a listen to it.
And everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't
Great.
want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby
Bring it in.
standing right outside my door.
Let's go, sax
I
pads.
just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you.
Can you get enough? I certainly cannot. Wow, really, really, really great. Happy to check this one out. I know I haven't gone through the whole thing. There's so much to go. I'm pushing it as it is, just listening to so much. And like, just do it twice, Mariah. Just do it 3 times. Just do it 4 times. What's that? Let's hear that. I reckon there's something in the back of the vocal double. This is what I live for. This is all that secret stuff that we don't normally hear. Oh, it's what's this? It's the clearing of the vocal cord. Get ready.
Okay.
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 Let's hard left, hard right.
Okay.
One day I'm going to put a track together that is just nothing but pieces from the end of takes. It's going to be funny. Let's get some of that scatting. Man, go Mariah. Hey, a version of this came out in 2019 as well, which was, I can't remember what it was all about, but it was good to hear it again. And like I said, you know, the retail community was outraged. But that's okay. Hey, you can't please everybody. all you can do is please yourself. And that's why I'm listening to Whatever the Hell I Want, which is also why I'm listening to All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, and wearing a Christmas in July hat, or, if you're watching this in Christmas time, a Christmas in Christmas time hat. So, hey, thank you all very much for checking this song out with me. I had a great time. I love Mariah Carey. That's all. Thanks. Enjoy yourself. Listen to something you want to listen to, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks about it. Enjoy yourself. Have a glass of water and chat to your friends. Don't forget to GFY. Bye.